Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to go through my concealer collection, the foundation video that I did that I told you all that I was going to do my concealer collection in. Just got a little bit too long and I wasn't comfortable with having to post that and have you guys watch something that took me an hour and a half to do, or an hour and a half content that you would have to watch, and 3 hours of video. Like, I've been sitting here forever doing these videos, I feel like. But today we are going over the concealer collection, and I hope that that's something that you're interested in watching. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I am a lover of all things colorful, high-end beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a district leader for Ulta, so I get a lot of education in my position. And I like to bring you that education here on this channel through things like reviews, but I also do all the regular beauty YouTube content that you see from the other channels, i.e. Project Pan, Shop My Stash, those kind of things, collection videos, and I just kind of really like to talk about makeup, so I hope that you are also interested in talking about makeup, and if you're here watching this collection video, you probably also love makeup as much as I do, so I hope that you're in for it. I hope that you'll want to subscribe before you go, and with that said, let's move on into this collection video. These are the concealers in a collection from a person who doesn't wear concealer. So fancy me that. A lot of these I got as gifts. Some of them I have purchased. A lot of them I purchased before I really realized I wasn't a concealer wearer, which tells you about how long they've been in my collection. But I've also received some of them in gratis. A lot in gratis. As I said earlier, I work for Ulta Beauty, so I do get a lot of things in gratis, and that is the case a lot of the times with these products. So I have, however, purchased quite a few as well. And some of them in here are also correctors. When I think about like concealer purposes, they work more as a corrector on my skin. I will use a concealer here and there, but I really like a lightweight foundation, real lightweight, real light to medium coverage, medium at best, and mini concealers are a lot more heavy than that. And I think that's why I don't love concealer. But we're going to go through them today and we're going to figure out which ones I will be keeping, what I will be decluttering, all that great fun. So first and foremost, let's talk about this. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This is a full coverage anti-aging waterproof concealer. This is brand new. I haven't even used it. I do think I got it in gratis, but because it doesn't have a seal on it, I can't just give it away. It is a product in my collection that I really thought I would get some use out of, because there was a time where It Cosmetics had a like under eye corrector in a pot, and I loved that thing, and I thought that this was going to be very, very similar to that. I do think that this could be very, very similar to that. I need to try it out to see if I like it or no, but I will hold on to it just because it doesn't have a seal on it, so I can't really give it away unless I give it to like my daughter. It is in the shade Light Nude or 11.0. It is a neutral. I will hold on to this just for a little bit longer. This is the Ulta Beauty Stay Woke concealer. I actually don't mind this concealer. It's actually quite nice, even though it's a little bit fuller coverage. I feel like my doe foot is about to fall apart though, and I can't figure out why. But it is a little thicker than I like it to be, but it blends out nicely, and I love the undertone of it. It's got a nice, like, really, like, olivey undertone that's not too, like, green or gray. I have this guy. It is a matchstick from Fenty Beauty in the shade Linen. I don't love this, but I also don't mind this. It's a really nice pinky toned concealer stick, and it blends out really, really nicely. I find that this blends out a lot better than some of my concealers, so I don't love the application factor of it though. It's not super great as far as how to apply it. This is the Laura Mercier concealer, and this is in 1.5W, and I think that this is just way too warm for me. Yeah, look how yellow that is. That is so freaking yellow. This is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer, and it is really freaking yellow. But I mean, when you look at it in terms of these other two, like, it is just so yellow. I might take it with me and see if my sister wants it, because she's a lot more tan than I am. She might like that. I do kind of dig that concealer though. It was a really nice concealer. This is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue. This is in the shade 12 Light Medium, and this I got in an IPSY, and I don't even think I've used it yet. Yeah, no, it is brand new. Oh man, that is too dark. That is way too dark. That might be a good skin tone though. No, I think that's too dark. I'm gonna get rid of that. This is my Juvia's Place concealer in 19, and this is beautiful. A beautiful concealer. I just had it in my Shop My Stash, and I just love that concealer so much. Look how yellow that looks with those two on either side. I love this concealer so much. It's such a good shade for my skin tone, and it just blends in so nicely. It's not super heavy. These are the e.l.f. Camo Concealers, and these are also brand new. My aunt got them for me. I just don't think that I would love these, because I've heard that they're super thick, but that doesn't seem super thick. I don't know. No. See how this one, you can't really see like fine lines, but on this one, I feel like it's just leaning into all of my fine lines and wrinkles. I am going to get rid of both of those, because if one doesn't work, the other one doesn't. This one is sealed, and I just emptied one of these. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. This is in light beige or 130. I just finished one of these through my project pan, and it wasn't my favorite. I didn't love it. I feel like it was a little too thick for me, honestly, and I felt like I was constantly battling the amount that I put on my skin to make it less thick, if that makes any sense. So I am going to put that into my giveaway drawers, because it's brand new. This one is brand new. It is by Hourglass. I haven't even opened it yet. It is in the shade Creme, and I did get color match to this, and I'm so excited to try it, but I'm not gonna swatch it because I haven't opened it yet. I have a lot open, and I don't want it to go bad before it's time. This one is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I love this, and I have the shade Creme Brulee, and I just feel like it's a decent match to my skin overall. I feel like when I don't want to wear a foundation, I can put this on my skin and cover up my quote unquote problem areas, and it still looks really natural and beautiful on my skin. So I will be holding on to that one. This is the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer in shade 30NN, and I wear this with that Stay Naked foundation that was in my foundation collection. I think this is beautiful. Really neutral, interesting doe foot. It is kind of yellow on my skin, but it's also got a little bit of an olive undertone to it. Almost feel like it's too brightening on my skin, if I'm honest. I think I should have gotten it in 31NN as well, which is the same color as my foundation, but this goes really well with my foundation. So I will be holding on to that one. And then I also have these two, which are in my Shop My Stash right now. This is the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. You guys, this concealer might be my favorite concealer of all time at this point in time. I think it is so beautiful, so lightweight. I have really not found anything from LYS that I haven't liked at this point in time. It feels very serum-y. And look, it just kind of disappeared into my skin. It just looks natural, but has a decent amount of coverage to it, and I love it so much. This one is the Boing Bright On Concealer. This is like the two-step concealer process from Benefit, in which you're supposed to use this underneath to help correct, and then this Cakeless Concealer on top for coverage purposes. But I wear this on its own all the time, and while I know that this isn't supposed to be like the end-all speak-all for concealing, I really like this as a brightening concealer. It just is lightweight, it's serumy, it reminds me of, I used to have this Bare Mineral serum concealer that I loved so much, and that is what this reminds me of. And I don't hesitate to use it because it's got kind of that brightening effect, but also some coverage. Next, I have this guy here, and this is the MAC Medium Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette, and I actually quite love this because it's just super easy to use, and there's all those different tones in there. You guys can see which three I use quite often, the other three not so much. But with all those different tones in there, it's really hard to not have something that you can use. I kind of love this palette, and it was something that I wasn't sure about when I purchased it. It really works well for a person who doesn't like foundation and or concealer as much as the next person. Like, I feel like this is the perfect, like, one and done, like, conceal and correct palette. Maybe the only thing I really need in my collection, but of course it's not going to be the only thing I have. This I just repurchased. This was something that I had in my collection for a very long time when it was just Becca, but this is now the Smasha, or Smasha. That's their dating name, Smasha. This is the Smashbox Loves Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and I have the shade Fairlight, and I love this so much. It's brand new, so I'm not going to open it up yet, but it is such a wonderful, beautiful under eye corrector that also brightens up my under eye, and I wear this alone all the time with no makeup on, but this on my under eyes just to give me a little bit of a more awake appearance when I go out in public and I don't want to wear makeup. So then I have these 5 things, and these 2 were gratis, and then this was also gratis, and then these 3 I purchased. This I purchased forever ago. It's the Urban Decay Stay Naked color correcting fluid. You guys, I probably should get rid of this, but I haven't even opened it yet. I think I need to open it and see how well it performs. This used to be my holy grail, like, corrector for my under eyes. Remember when they used to sell these in like peach and green and purple or lavender or whatever? The peach one was always my favorite. So I think I'm going to take this out of the box, and I'm going to just put it in here because I need to. It's a corrector, so it's going to stay over with correctors. And then I have these, which were gratis. This came to me with the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage that you guys saw in the foundation video. This is their 24-hour moisturizing, hydrating shape tape. So, I mean, I'm willing to try it. I really hate shape tape, but I'm willing to try this because it's supposed to be different. I am in the shade 16N, or Fair Light Neutral. So we're going to try it out. I'm going to put that over here. Then I also have the Benefit Cakeless and another one of the Boing Bright On concealers. This one is in the shade Nutmeg. And I really feel like this Nutmeg one would be a good, like, peachy corrector. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. That looks very, very orange. But I am going to try it as an under eye, like a peach corrector for my under eyes. Maybe just a slight bit more peachy than this guy, obviously. But I am going to keep it in here as a corrector fluid. So we're going to stick it over here like this because it's a corrector. So then I have this Benefit Cakeless, and this Cakeless is in the shade 425 Light Medium Cool in the shade Carry On. I did have a cakeless concealer at one point in time, and I think it went bad on me, and I ended up using the poop out of it, but I had to give it away, or get rid of it. So this one appears to be approximately the same color as that Shape Tape one, so I am going to hold on to that. And then I also have these 2 that I bought brand new recently. This is the Dior Backstage Flash Perfector Concealer. I was interested in picking this up because the wand on it is a brush. I haven't used it yet, and I'm really excited about it. Look how cute that is. I have the shade 2N, And I have this in a foundation that is in the shade 3N. So I'm excited about this guy. I'm excited about the brush applicator because I feel like with the brush applicator, there could be more precision in it than with that doe foot. Like you can get a lesser amount than you do with that doe foot. So I'm really excited about that. And then the last one I have is the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This is the Super Creamy Brightening Concealer, and I have the shade 3.20, which is light with neutral olive undertones. So again, that shade range that's pretty perfect for my skin tone, and I'm excited about it. I mean, it looks a little bit more like almost gray than these guys do, but I'm really excited about it. So those are my concealers, and I am getting rid of, you guys, I'm getting rid of 5 concealers. I do think that at the end of the day, I will probably get rid of this one as well, even though it's brand new. I mean, this one's brand new, this one's brand new. These two are brand new. These are all brand new. These are all brand new. Okay, so I'm getting rid of 6 concealers. This one is the only one I've used, but I've used one like this that I liked. I just didn't love, and I feel like if these ones were the hydrating ones, I might hold on to them, but they're just not. All of these are new, except for this one. I am going to hold on to this. Let's hold on to this one. We'll put it over here. So I'm getting rid of 5 concealers, and that leaves me with a lot less, which actually makes me happy because it pained my heart every time I saw the stack of concealers that I had. I mean, this still pains my heart. I'm not a concealer person, but I've still got all these concealers. These are my Shop My Stash, so I'm going to put them back over there. And then that leaves me with 17 concealers and correctors, and I'm getting rid of 5. I cannot believe how red this one is. That just seems light medium. Like, I should be that shade, but that is so red. Maybe we could do powders. You guys want to do powders real quick too? Because I also don't wear powders, but have a lot of powders. These are my powders. I can tell you right now that there's going to be a couple I get rid of. First and foremost, this banana setting powder by Bella Pierre. I'm getting rid of this. It's too yellow for me. I really didn't love the feel of it. It's not like super finely milled. It's actually kind of dense for a powder, so I am gonna, and it's yellow. It's yellow, like it makes my skin look yellow, so I am getting rid of that. These two are in my Shop My Stash right now. This is the Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder, which is a beautiful powder. I really do like this powder. And then this one is the Bare Minerals Tinted Mineral Veil. I think this one is honestly almost gone, so I think it'll be probably finding its way out of my collection at the end of the Shop My Stash, because I do believe it's almost gone. I've had it in my collection for quite some time. So those two are staying for now because they're in my Shop My Stash. This one is staying because it is new. I haven't even opened it. I do want to try it. I've heard really great things about the ABH translucent powder, and that's just what this is. It's a translucent setting powder, so I will hold on to that. This is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It's been in my collection, honestly, you guys, for years, but it still smells like it did the day I brought it into my collection. It still performs like it did that day. It is just a really beautiful powder. Super finely milled. There's a reason why it was a holy grail on the YouTube platform for so long, and I mean, I feel the same way about it. It's beautiful. This one is one I haven't even used yet, but I just love the packaging of it so much. This is by Pretty Vulgar. It did come with a little poof, and you can see it's unopened. I'm gonna keep it in my collection because I really do want to try it. I've heard really great things about this powder. This is called the Powder Room, and it is just a translucent setting powder. It's so pretty, so beautiful, and I do want to try it. And I have this one by Ciate London. This is the Extraordinary Translucent Powder. This is what this powder looks like, and you know, truth be told, I mean, I also am not a powder wearer, so I think that I could just box this up, put it into my giveaway drawers, and it could go into a giveaway because I don't need it. So I am going to get rid of that. I also am going to get rid of this. This is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. I did get this in gratis. This has got the coolest sensation for translucent powder. There's really not much in there though, is there? But it is completely unopened. It's not been used ever. I think I'm going to get rid of this powder too. It has the coolest sensation. It feels like water when you're putting it on your face. But I have tried this before in a sample, and it was just really drying on my skin, and my skin is already too dry. It might work well for somebody who needs that on their skin, you know, like needs some kind of mattifying powder, but I definitely don't. So I am going to get rid of those two, and they're brand new. This is brand new to my collection, and I am holding on to it. This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. This is the colorless version. My friend Anna talks about this powder, has talked about this powder before, and says it is beautiful. So I cannot wait to try it, but I'm not a huge powder wearer, so it's hard for me just to sit down and be like, ooh, I'm going to try this powder today. But I do have intentions of trying that for sure. I also have this Coty Airspun. My daughter bought this because she took my Airspun and used it. If I hadn't taken the seal out of this, I probably would have gotten rid of it. But because I've taken the seal out of it, I am going to keep it. I do like the Coty Airspun. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I think it smells divine, but I also think that it dries me out quite a bit. So I don't 100% love it. Probably won't 100% use it, but I do think that I will hold on to it just because I have taken the seal out of it. And then I have these two here. This is the Bare Minerals Glow Brilliant and Matte Translucent Powder Duo. I remember when this came in BoxyCharm. This is the reason why I signed up for BoxyCharm. I wanted this so bad. And then when I got my box, this wasn't in it. So I had to buy it separately. So I went to the store and I bought this sucker. And I was not going to have this sucker in my collection. Do you know how many times I've used it? Maybe 12 times. I haven't subscribed to BoxyCharm in like 3 years. So I love this one. This glow is beautiful. It's beautiful, but it is so full of like glitter particles. It's not even funny. And they both have horrible white cast. So maybe I can put it in like a highlighting drawer. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it in my Shop My Stash and try it again and see how I feel about it. But I can tell you right now, it's not my favorite thing in the world to use. And then I have this Dior Powder No Powder. Y'all know this is my favorite right now. I love this powder. I love it so dang much. I also love the Charlotte Tilbury Airless Flawless Finishing Powder, but this kind of took my #1 spot. I would repurchase this one before I repurchase that one. I think everything that this does to your skin is like magic. Like it just is like magic. I fell in love with Dior's base products as a brand last year, and I would repurchase this. I mean, it does tend to get hard pan. I mean, you can see it in this. It does tend to get hard pan, but it's super easy to get that hard pan off and just reuse it. It's kind of frustrating sometimes, but it's super easy to deal with, to be honest. It's nothing that I care about when it comes down to it. Like I would repurchase this over and over and over again. And with that said, I think that's it for powders. I knew that was going to be super fast, so that's why I kind of threw it in here. So at this point, we have done concealers and powders. We've done all of my primers and setting sprays. We've done all of my foundations. I do believe we are getting somewhere. So for powders, I have 9 left, and I am getting rid of 3. I got rid of a 1/4 of my collection. So 25% I can be happy with. As far as concealers go, again, I'm getting rid of 5, and I have 17 left. I feel like that's a good almost 1/4 of my collection also. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. And I'm happy to see that my powder drawer is a little bit more to somebody who doesn't wear powder. So there's that. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you today. I do hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that if you did, you'll consider giving it a thumbs up. I would love you all so much for doing so. I would really appreciate it so much, and it really does help out our channels. I also hope that you are loving it so much here that you want to subscribe to my channel before you go. It would really be a pleasure to have you as part of my YouTube fam. I would love it so much if you would let me know down in the comments section that you've done that, so I can welcome you personally into my YouTube fam. And with that said, y'all, thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you for being here today. I do hope that you and yours are well. I hope that you are all staying safe and healthy and getting along as best you can in this crazy world that we're living in today. I do hope that you are all loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye guys.